Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, overtime's up.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Mahomes now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And so, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's all you got?
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Chiefs 7, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson on 1st down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete.
Jackson's
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Sue on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
No, 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And now off off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
From 17 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
Who wants it? Patrick Mahomes. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
2nd and 6.
They go play action now. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Jackson.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
9-yard line. 1st and
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2nd down and goal. Jackson escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
Counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Throwing left side, it's complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Is good. Makes the score Chiefs 14. Ravens 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Good.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down.
Now Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. finding room to work. He's down to the 2-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Running is Swift.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Mahomes takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
Down right around the 25.
Again, the ball.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Show on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Ball carrier.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He finds a man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Touchdown, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 14 yards that time for number 14. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson flushed out right. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And a Raven first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Sanders, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Ravens 25, Chiefs 24. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And he hits him in stride. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 42 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Swift. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they have regained the lead.
25.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Kansas City, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it.